In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Today we'll be considering the use of conventions of both short films, films and our genre, drama, all of which acted as inspiration in the 3 stages of our media text. In pre-production, production and post-production, we worked alongside such codes and conventions, deciding with our target audience in mind whether to use or challenge them. In this presentation we will be taking you through our short film, Red Balloon, and discussing why we made such decisions. Conventionally, the title sequence is something not usually dwelled upon by a lot of short films in comparison with long films, due to the smaller time frame, budget, or the fact that there are less names to display. In Red Balloon's storyboarding stage, we decided to subvert this convention, using the opening credits as a way of introducing the melancholy tone of the piece through the music as well as the red balloon itself. In editing, we added a sepia effect on the shot of personal memorabilia to show the audience that they are looking back through the protagonist's memories, conforming with the convention of the drama genre, in that the text is character-driven, yet still complying with the convention of short film too, through telling the personal plot using the camera. The use of sepia in the opening sequence also foreshadows its use further into the film in the flashbacks, something we will look at later. Our first scene introduces the audience to our protagonists, the mother and son. Having a very small cast is common convention of a short film, with the majority tending to focus around the life of one central character. However, in our film we look at 2 central characters and the ways in which their intertwining lives affect each other's. This concentration on personal relationships, which we found to be particularly appealing to females through our audience feedback, is also conventional of the drama genre. We developed the real-life aspect more thoroughly through our mise-en-scène, using realistic settings, costumes, acting and lighting. Another common convention of drama is the use of close-ups. As you can see within these opening scenes, we've used many close-ups to show emotion and detail, helping the audience to relate to and sympathise with them, and therefore making the piece more compelling. Here we see the son helping the mother to cope in realistic day-to-day situations. This subverts the roles of their relationship, as the child is now looking after the parent, who seems to have entered the stage of second childishness. This saddening reversal of the relationship may act as a means of understanding similar circumstances the audience member is going through, as well as perhaps making them more aware of their ignorance of the presence of dementia. This seriousness of the theme, taken on in our piece, emphasises the flashbacks and the protagonist seems to be suffering with, is evidence of additional conformity to the genre. Our film, in terms of narrative, fits well into Robert McKee's 5-step narrative structure, with our inciting incident, the song in the car triggering memories, complications, Wynne growing more distant as she focuses on the flashbacks rather than reality, crisis, with Wynne going missing and Steve searching, climax, Wynne trying to reclaim a balloon she believes to be hers from her childhood. However, we do not have a resolution, as dementia is an ongoing problem felt and experienced by millions around the world. Our film does not have a happy ending, which goes against conventions of our genre. A lot of short films tend to follow a very linear chronological structure. Our film, however, does not. We use numerous flashbacks to the past quite regularly, distancing Wynne from our current reality. A convention of the short film, while focusing around the life of the central protagonist, is the use of Steadicam technology to create the point of view and perspective of that character. We use this for taking the perspective of Mother when she sees the red balloon. When it came to taking the perspective of Steve, we felt the Steadicam was not necessarily the best route to take, and decided to go with a handheld camera to help increase the urgency of the scene. Another convention we kept was realistic settings such as home, car and town, but we broke this with the park. By using this setting unconventionally, to be inhabited by an older woman, helps to heighten the ignorance of the audience to the seriousness of dementia. The boundaries of the genre need to be pushed in order to progress. One convention of film is the dialogue-driven structure, the way information is delivered through speech and interaction between the characters, but we decided to directly subvert this by having very little dialogue throughout our film. Instead, we used the lack of conversation to emphasise the distance Wynne's dementia has created between 2 very close family members, a mother and son. The use of instrumental music is often used within dramas in order to convey the strong emotions within plot-driven presentation. Similarly, we felt that music would be the most fitting way to communicate feelings to our audience. So rather than being explicit when dealing with sensitive matters such as mental illness, we could influence and enhance the emotion within the scenes of our film without being obtrusive or distasteful. Our media product not only uses forms and conventions of real media products, but also seeks to develop and challenge them. In doing this, we feel our piece pushes the boundaries of its form while still depicting current social concerns in a compelling and emotive way. Thanks for listening.
The water and sand in our eyesight, the rocks in our hands preparing for flight, the lack of sleeping, but it's alright, and it's all, and it's all.